The Gregg Pearson Foundation was founded in 2008 as a response to a family tragedy.
The foundation came about as a result of a tragic incident in our life when our oldest son died of a brain tumor. And he was a person who loved to be around people. He loved to get people together. He loved to play golf.
Since that time, the foundation has become a blessing for many by helping others.
We're the hands that are helping Gregg help others.
We're all called to serve in some way. That is the nature of the Christian servant.
Gregg Pearson was gifted in many ways, a leader and role model to others who led by example. He loved people, sports, and most importantly, he loved God. In 1992, Gregg was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. For the next 11 years, he fought a courageous battle until he was called home Easter Sunday 2003. Throughout his struggles, Gregg never lost his love of life, his love for people, or his love for God, inspiring those who knew him until his final day.
When Gregg passed away, I felt like a lot of his spirit, his desires to help people, his personality traits, a lot came through to us.
The Gregg Pearson Foundation exists today to honor Gregg and the love he had for others.
Well, when we say honoring Gregg by helping others, it's pretty simple what we're about, and that's helping others the way that Gregg would have helped others, the way that Gregg did help others, the way that Gregg would if he was still here.
We want to honor those relationships that he would have had, and that means spending time praying for folks, calling them up, asking them how they're doing.
The Gregg Pearson Foundation provides assistance in several ways. The first is financial help through events such as the Gregg Pearson Invitational. These events are designed to help people get back on their feet.
Well, really is that we wanted to just make the golf tournament more about Gregg. We had no idea the foundation would ever come about. We didn't know how to spell nonprofit, so it was definitely not in our thoughts that would come about. And so that's why it was such a God thing. We started out just making the golf tournament about Gregg and slowly started emailing his friends and calling his friends and inviting them to come. Slowly started going out looking for sponsorships from public companies and seeing if they would support us. And so for 2 years, that's the way it went.
Each year, the Gregg Pearson Invitational has grown in participants and in money raised. In 2011, the GPI raised over $28,000, and in 2012, we raised over $39,000. In 2011, the foundation also hosted Jenny's Run for Hope, honoring the legacy of Jenny Bazillion. With over 250 participants, the event raised over $9,500, all of which was used to help families in need.
It was a complete blessing that as we had to face this new reality of life that we're going to go through over the past 2 years, that we didn't have to do it on top of the fact of having to pay all these huge hospital doctor bills, and you don't realize how many doctor bills you can accumulate during this time. So that was a huge blessing when Stacy stepped up to the plate to do that for us.
The Gregg Pearson Foundation also provides spiritual support in several different ways.
I think the biggest impact that we have is the emotional impact that we have with individuals we help, and really spiritually. And I really think that's the main thing the foundation does. Obviously, we help financially, but the spiritual aspect, that's who we are.
The prayers from the Gregg Pearson Foundation and others carried me when I couldn't carry myself.
The GPF Spiritual Support Team is a committed group dedicated to encouraging those we are assisting through prayer, emails, hospital visits, phone calls, and the regular follow-up of the GPF staff and board of directors.
We have people who are writing cards. We have people who are praying for individuals by name. We have people who are making visits at hospitals. We have people who are picking the phone call to have a conversation to encourage one another. And so that relationship is very important to us.
It feels more like you're working with family than somebody that's an acquaintance, or we learned about their lives, and I read about Gregg and what he was like, and so you feel a connection there. You kind of understand what they've gone through, and I think that allows them to kind of relate to some of the things that you're dealing with.
Finally, the Gregg Pearson Foundation provides emotional support for those experiencing life-changing illnesses.
I am a 4-time cancer survivor, and my husband had just actually lost his job, and we were just in a circumstance where we needed help spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, everything. The personal care and attention that each and every one of the people gave me, the Mr. and Mrs. Pearson, Stacy and his wife, the Gregg Pearson Foundation, everybody had a role. And like I said, I didn't know some of the people that would send me letters, but it was just so sweet and endearing just to receive them. It lifted me up.
We have a strong network of past patients, support groups, and counselors that we can connect individuals with based on their situation and their emotional needs.
I wanted to be able to give back to them as much as that I could. So I asked, is there any way that I can help at all? Please let me know, because I'm indebted to you.
This is a way for us to share with other people, to help those people who are going through the same thing we went through a number of years ago.
The Gregg Pearson Foundation plays a crucial role in the financial, spiritual, and emotional support of families and individuals experiencing life-threatening disease. We believe this is God's divine purpose for the foundation.
The way God works in this is that He's taken Gregg's tragedy and his struggles and his pain and all that, but made it such a powerful message, because now Gregg's living out through the foundation and through our lives in ways that we're not even in control of.
We would prefer not to go down that road. We'd love to have had Gregg still with us, but God chose another avenue, and it's been a great experience to be able to bless other people, and as a result, we are blessed.